Hi there everyone, I'm Inkros and I wanted to give you all an update on the Dragon Queen reboot in order to give you a good idea of what to expect. For the past few months, I've been working on rewrites as well as major character redesigns. My art skills are finally getting to more of a point that actually matches my vision for the characters. When you're learning to draw, you might find it kind of hard to put onto paper what you're actually envisioning in your head. I finally feel like I'm starting to be able to properly express the potential of my characters through their art. I'll start off by showing you Gerald's new look. Ta-da! The golden boy finally looks good! His theme colors are bluish green and silver. The design of his outfit has to do with his origins in the Koana, a Mongolian and Japanese-inspired fantasy culture mixed with the Celtic inspirations of the continent of Evenor. I've given him a fur trim as well as a hunting knife and bow to show off his survival background and capability as a hunter. His outfit went through a few iterations a while ago, back when I was very bad at painting and accidentally gave him an absolutely horrifying face, but I did like the outfit I made, so I kept it for my latest drawing of him. Here's his first design compared to his newest. Now let's move on to Kara. This big buff punk continues Gerald's Mongolian-inspired theming with her fur boots, embroidery, and jewelry. She's got a mane of fluffy hair and a color palette mixing purples and pinks to represent her dragon form, and a splash of orange to represent her husband Shev. Her battle axe shows off the iconography of Arya. Here's her old design compared to her newest. Next up, Empress Leirial. I've decided to give her the moniker of Empress, and instead give Kalain the title of Queen. This way, it's more apparent that Leirial is the ruler of various tribes and countries. It exudes more power. We see here in her design the emphasis on triangular, sharp shapes, and her flowing golden hair symbolizing her deep connection with Canaan. Purple and lavender are the colors of royalty in the court of Evenor, while gold is that of Canaan. Long sleeves are also indications of their high status in their culture. You can see some of these elements return in the designs of Leirial's personal kitsune, the claws. These are new characters who will be making an appearance in the reboot. Their clothes help to denote their high status as direct followers of the Empress and sources of magic energy for her spells. Next up, Jane Florence. This curious fairy's clothes are inspired by Victorian fashion. She sports a deep green jacket, balloon pants made from leaves, and knee-high boots. Her goggles help to indicate her inquisitive personality. Here's her old design compared with the new. And finally, let's move on to Eowyn. Her princess dress is still relatively the same, but I was torn on what to do with her commoner / in-disguise dress. I came up with a lot of variations, including ideas that were more Victorian-inspired versus more Celtic or fantasy. I settled on something more on the traditional European side that also flaunts her main colors, dark red and turquoise. And I told myself that, after all, she's not a cartoon character. She can and will be able to change her clothes as the series goes on. Oh, and you may have noticed that in her princess portrait, she has a strange little bird. This is her storm griffon, Falval. He's a smart, loyal pet who will have a big presence in the reboot as well. So you're probably wondering about Eowyn's dragon form. Here she is. I must admit, drawing her has been a bit of a challenge. I'm still not quite comfortable with drawing dragons, which is a problem I'm trying my utmost to solve. I've been referencing cats and other animals, trying to get her looking just right. Unlike most animals though, dragons in my story have collarbones. This is to help emphasize their humanness and allow a greater range of motion. To help with drawing her, I decided to put my relatively new 3D skills to work and sculpt out a model of her to use as reference. In this picture, I drew over the model to try and match the original portrait of her on the left. In this picture, I traced over my model in the upper left-hand corner, and then with the rest of the sketches, I simply used the model as a reference. It was a great exercise that helped me understand how I want her to look and feel a bit better. Here's her old dragon form compared to her new one. As you can see, it's been quite the journey trying to get my art skills up to snuff in order to portray my story the best way I can. As for the writing portion of the reboot, I've been hard at work improving that as well. The reboot's rough draft is currently at 12,000 words, and I'm still not even finished with the dragon attack on the kingdom. This new story is going to be significantly meatier than the old book, and I have a lot more world building, cultures, history, character development, and plot. In my next Dragon Queen update, I'll likely read through a sample of the rough draft. Anyway, I hope that in the meantime you'll give a listen to my other book, Spectral Lakes, Blackwater, which I'm currently doing an audiobook reading of on my channel. Link to the playlist is in the description. If you like spooky ghosts and mysterious towns, then this is definitely up your alley. Also, keep a lookout for a short story comic I'm working on called Kitty Roo the Great. I'm going to be entering it into the Webtoon short story contest at the end of April, and would love you all to take a look at it. Anyway, that's all for today. See ya!